The Norma Fleck Award for Canadian Children's Nonfiction was established by the Fleck family Foundation and the Canadian Children's Book Centre in 1999 to recognize and raise the profile of exceptional nonfiction books. Most other Canadian children's book prizes either evaluate fiction and nonfiction together or don't award nonfiction titles at all. The jury members who had the difficult task of choosing our shortlisted titles and this year's winner are Nancy Cooper, I'm terrible with names tonight, Nancy Cooper, Erin Grittani, and Larry Schwartz. And now, here's a special message from the award's founder, Jim Fleck.
I'm Jim Fleck, and the award that I'm sponsoring is the Norma Fleck Book Award for the Best Children's English Nonfiction Book. And it's a pleasure to be here tonight. Well, reading is important for children. I've always thought it was because we can learn so much from the past. And nonfiction, of course, is talking about reality rather than somebody's view of what might happen. So I think it's very important to emphasize, and we have in this particular award emphasized that. And my grandmother, who's right behind me here, reading to my mother, who is the elder of the two young ladies, thought that reading was extremely important. And she herself was the first woman to be admitted into their master's program in mathematics and won the gold medal at Queen's University in 1899. I wonder what the fellows thought. And my mother always felt that reading was important and encouraged all of her children to read, and it's something that we have benefited from greatly. Well, I think it's wonderful for all you finalists to have put so much work into creating these wonderful books. And I know how much time it takes to write books and how little sometimes people are appreciated in doing it. But look, you now have something that will be here for the ages. So congratulations. And to the jury, you had the tough job of reading 60, 70 books and coming up with a winner, an impossible task in my view, because there's so many great books in this. And to the finalist, you're lucky. You're the one that's been selected, and you should revel in that, but at the same time realize how many other good books there were.
The 2020 shortlisted titles for the Norma Fleck Award for Canadian Children's Nonfiction, sponsored by the Fleck Family Foundation, are Beastly Puzzles, a brain-boggling animal guessing game, written by Rachel Poliquin, illustrated by Byron Eggenschweiler, published by Kids Can Press. Cells, an owner's handbook, written and illustrated by Carolyn Fisher, published by Beach Lane Books. Fairy Science, written and illustrated by Ashley Spires, published by Tundra Books. Killer Style, How Fashion Has Injured, Maimed, and Murdered Through History, written by Serah-Marie McMahon and Alison Matthews David, illustrated by Gillian Wilson, published by Owlkids Books. Picking Up the Pieces, Residential School Memories and the Making of the Witness Blanket, written by Carrie Newman and Kirsty Hudson, published by Orca Book Publishers. And the winner of the Norma Fleck Award is Killer Style by Serah-Marie McMahon and Alison Matthews David, published by Owlkids. Here's a message from both Serah-Marie and Alison.
Okay, 60 seconds, and go.
Thank you, Karen Boersma, my publisher at Owlkids. Thank you, Judy Rudzik, for having the idea to make this a kid's book in the first place. Thank you, Alison McLaughlin and Alyssa Baldwin for design, and Max Mosher for your amazing publicity help. And thank you to Gillian Wilson for making these amazing illustrations. This is very painful, and I love it. Thank you, Karen Lee, for your infinite wisdom and for being so brilliant and for letting me keep a Twin Peaks joke. And thank you to the Typebook staff and Librarians John and Corley for doing my launches, but really to independent bookstores everywhere, because we need you now more than ever. And to my husband, Ted, for being an awesome human being, but also for every good pun that is in this book. And to Alison Matthews David, last but not least, you did amazing work, and I couldn't be more happy to be doing this with you.
And time.
I would like to say a heartfelt thank you to Jim Fleck, the sponsor, who created this award to honor his mother, Norma Fleck. My own beloved mother, Julia Matthews, a librarian, instilled in me a lifelong love of books and reading. I like to imagine that Norma Fleck would have enjoyed reading Killer Style to Canadian children today. Thank you to the jurors for their dedication and careful reading of the submitted titles and for choosing our book. Congratulations to the other talented authors who were shortlisted for this award. Serah-Marie, my totally fabulous co-author, you have all my gratitude. This book would not exist without your vision, dedication, and talent. Thanks to the Social Science and Humanities Research Council of Canada for supporting the original research for this book in all the museums, archives, and shoeboxes I could find, and to my friend and co-curator Elizabeth Semmelhack of the Bata Shoe Museum for teaching me what it means to be a public-facing scholar. Finally, thanks to my family, my parents, Arnold and Julia, my husband, Jean-Marc, and my wonderful children, Sasha and Rafi.
Wow, incredible teamwork, you two. And I actually have a very important question to ask you. Is this a fashion faux pas or a fashion faux ya? I gotta know. Is this good? Give me a call after. I need to know.